Alright, so we're going to be continuing on with the Adoulin quests again, finishing off with the Eastern Adoulin adventures. So we're going to talk to Roskin here by the little waterfall here, right behind the statue. Phew, my mouth's so dry it's turning to sand. You know what would really whet the old appetite on a scorcher like this? A bottle of Frontier soda. From my experience, bottles of Frontier soda taste even better when kindly purchased by a selfless adventurer from the Middlelands. Yup, compassion is truly the most effective flavoring around. Hint, hint. Wow, all this talk has made me even thirstier. It's like my whole body's withering from drought. And... So, let's go looking for a soda for him. There is a merchant here in Eastern Adoulin who will sell it. And that fellow is at G8. Where is that? Right around where we are. Bernageois. Right here. Oh, the cafe. Right, it is a cafe, sort of. This is, if you can believe it, this little area here with these umbrellas is a cafe. There it is, Frontier soda. What else does he have? Campfire chocolate, trail cookie, cascade candy, grilled hare, mushroom soup, choco milk, Sandorian tea. Interesting. Alright, well, let's buy a Frontier soda. They're not very expensive, and we'll give it to Roskin. What? For me? I'm so sorry. I feel like I've coerced you into buying this for me. Feel being the operative word here. Alright, you're definitely the man I've been searching for. See, I'm a journalist working over in Western Adoulin. I'm busy getting the latest scoops from around the city even as we speak. Eastern Adoulin's the best place for that too, since there are so many opulent and influential personages around. All I have to do is lend them an ear and I get all I need to know. Although not being as financially stable as my interviewees, I am forced to act like some ne'er-do-well and participate from the fringe, act being the operative word here. Luckily, my constant efforts have been handsomely rewarded with the juiciest tidbit I've plucked in a while. That's a strange angle for that shot. Maybe he was supposed to be whispering, and that was why it was so close to his face like that. It went a little something like this. We want you to collect intelligence pertaining to the formation of contemporary Adoulin. Now, this is a highly classified mission, so we can't have people eavesdrop. You get the idea. Anyway, the rewards an astounding 100,000 bailed. This might be the first scoop I've uncovered without having to embellish anything. I'd look like a shame to the profession if I passed on this job. Look like being the operative phrase here. Then, at this most important of times, you emerge from the mists of anonymity and appear before me. Is this serendipity? Fate? Nay. Necessity! The goddess smiles upon me and sent this bottle of Frontier soda to bear witness to the history we'd forged together. To summarize the who, what, where, when, why, and how of it all, I invest you with the power to carry out the most meaningful of assignments. I said that you get to carry out this mission. How's that sound? Like the story of a lifetime? Of course. Ugh, I knew this wouldn't go... Wait, you'll do it? Okay, then, time to delegate duties. You'll gather the necessary details and I'll write the story. It'll be a three-legged race to the finish line. To review, I need stuff pertaining to the formation of Adoulin as the sacred city, so there should be some facts lying in wait around Adoulin. Maybe the Yas hunting grounds and Sizek battlegrounds hide some important clues, too. I don't know. I'm just grasping at chocobo feathers here. I'll take whatever you find and craft from it the most eye-catching piece this continent has ever read. Eye-catching being the operative word here. Now, get cracking. The information isn't gonna dig itself up. Alright, well, these areas we have to go to are all over the place. I don't know how anyone would ever do this without a guide. That's one of those kind of things. Let me see here. The first one is close to here. Where are we? Let me just lay here. I'm getting all turned around again. South. Yeah, the first one is around the Scouts Coalition. It should be right here. I think it's this one. Alright, so let's look in here. Yeah, this question mark spot here on this bookshelf. I think. Let's click on that. So, we got the key item, Record of the 17th Assembly. Yeah, that was the first one. Alright, so the next one... Wait. Hold on, there's something else we can get here, apparently. Here. There's another one. Copy of Adoulin's Patroness. There we are. Almost left that one behind. Now we'll head to Western Adoulin. Alright, so here at the Pioneers Coalition, we want to talk to Nicole. Right here. Nicole. You want documents about the formation of Adoulin? It looks like we've got a dilettante on our hands. That industrious spirit of yours has really captured my eye. Just between you and me, why don't I give you something privy? Only to coalition members. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it was, yeah, the alliance agreement. In signing this referendum, the leaders of the 12 orders hereby consent to the formation of a union for the express purpose of governing the sacred city of Adoulin Alliance. This document was drafted approximately 100 years ago, but another 100 or so years before that, the landscape was quite different. There were multitudinous small nation-states governed by the order leaders, and they all participated in a colonization race of sorts. Why bother with this whole colonization effort? Simple. The resources discovered while pioneering contributes to the wealth and self-sufficiency of the nation. Finding productive soil also increases the quality of crop yields. Colonization effort is such a wonderful thing. In truth, I can't state that loud enough. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. So is this city. If I were to list my 5 favorite places in Adoulin, I'd start with the Adoulin waterfront. Looking down on it from up high gives you possibly the best scenery you've ever witnessed in your life. It's certainly worth billions of bailed, as the saying goes. My 4th favorite would have to be the Mummers Coalition. A limitless paradise awaits within, and temptations abound, from the plethora of attractions to the... Sorry, I didn't mean to ramble like that. Don't forget to show your face around here from time to time. And, we made sure to leave Nikhil's ramblings out of his notes, but we did get a copy of the alliance agreement and another 150 limit points. Alright, so now we want to, let's see if we can find the one at Sizek. Oh yeah, over here. Sizek Battlegrounds. There's one there and one at Yas. We'll try and get both of them. First one at Sizek, is at F6. Which one? This one, I think, is probably closest. So, I think this is it here. This is probably the spot. I guess I'll just get this out of the way. Wow, there's a lot of these tree ants here. Let's just kill this one since he's right in our way. Alright, so let's, if we click here, Though the wall appears to be completely enveloped in tree roots, excavation equipment might reveal something beneath it. Alright, so I need to use a pickaxe, which I don't have on me right now. Pickaxe. Upending some of the soil reveals a weathered pouch made of leather. Judging by the location, it could only come from a pioneer who lost his life long ago. A brass embossed envelope rests within the pouch, which in turn contains a crumpled sheet of vellum. So we obtained the royal fiat banning colonization and 1500 limit points. Alright, so now we want to just quickly make a quick stop to the Yas hunting grounds. I think the easiest way to do that, I'll just go right back to the, I want to save my warp. My warp charge. So I'm just going to run back to the waypoint, and I'll meet you guys at the frontier station at the Yas hunting grounds. Alright, so here we are at the frontier station, but hanging out down by the water here is this guy we want to talk to. Javolio. Let's see what he has to say. You want to hear some old sea dog's tale of Adoulin's past? Then boy, have I got a whopper for you. But my knees aching something fierce, so I'm not in the mood to tell it. Here, have this map instead. My friends made it long ago, and it charts the currents that rage around the seas here. I know it all by heart, so take it if you think it'll do you some good. And we receive the Albuquerque navigation chart and more limit points. Okay, so that's all the key items we need. So now we will head back to Roskin in Eastern Adoulin. So, what marvels have you brought me? With my authorial prowess, we just might be able to make something of these. Let's get started. First, what about this royal fiat banning colonization? It looks important, doesn't it? Oh, it does. Alright then. Next up is this thing. I guess it's a record of the 17th Assembly. This looks important too, right? Oh, it does. Alright then. Next up is this thing. I guess it's an Albuquerque navigation chart. This looks important too, right? Oh, it does. Alright then. Next up is a copy of Adoulin's Patroness. This looks important too. Everything that I retrieved is important. I went through a lot of hard work to get all this stuff. A copy of the Alliance Agreement. Uh-oh. I think we screwed up. Actually, I think I was not supposed to choose some of them now. I'm just looking at the notes. Which means I probably screwed this all up. Okay, hold on. Let's just see here. I'm glad that that's finished. Now, be prepared to have your mind melt in amazement of my summarization skills. 200 years ago, all activity related to the colonization of the continent was suspended indefinitely. The populace retreated behind Joyous Yet, and the city shifted its economic focus to mercantilism. The Adoulin's glory had completely vanished 100 years after the suspension of pioneer activity. Coffers now depleted from the continued support of a system that was eventually banned. The city's military might was insufficient to assert influence over even the tiniest of nations. Taking these issues to heart, a majority of the 12 orders came forth and proposed the abolition of imperial rule. The royal family capitulated to their requests and abdicated in favor of a council composed of leaders from the order. It supposedly took much longer than expected to establish safe and reliable trade routes due to the intensity of the currents in Albuca's surrounding seas. The owner of this chart was also apparently bound for the Tavnasian Marquisate. The mother of Adoulin, Maester Svenja's countenance is without imperfection. Her kind gaze emanates warmth and light that embraces all in loving affection. Following the king's abdication, a body politic formed from leaders of the 12 orders was established, and the sacred city of Adoulin was born. That should do it, I think. How about you? Is there anything that'll nab us heretofore unfathomable riches? Heretofore unfathomable being the operative phrase here. Anything of value? What? I'm confused by this. I think so. Alright, then let me send this off to the Couriers Coalition. Now all we have to do is find out the identity of our client. But who cares who he is, as long as we get paid. As for your share of the bail, take this for now. The rest should come in a day or so. And we get 500 bailed. Alright, so if we just talk to him after the next game day, then we'll get another little cutscene, I think. Which may end in heartache for us, because I think we screwed up choosing those key items. See, I got confused, because online it says choose, but they weren't really choosing. He was just asking us if it was important. I didn't know that was what he meant. I didn't know that's what they meant by choose. Well, let's just see what happens after midnight. Yeah, we're gonna get... I see here... Oh, boy. Okay. So the mission is done. Yeah. So there it is. It's finished. But if we talk to him after midnight... you know what? I'm not even gonna bother waiting, guys. Because basically, if we talk to him after midnight and we had picked the right options, we would get another 500 bailed. But as it is now, because we screwed up, he's only gonna give us 2. But basically, the ones we shouldn't have chosen was the copy of Adoulin's Patroness and the Albuca navigation chart. So we should have said no, they weren't important, those 2. Oh well. Okay, so the next thing we're going to want to do is... Yeah, we're going to leave for a little while. It looks like we have to talk to Roskin. I'm just going to wait here then to finish this stupid quest. Alright, so it's after midnight. Let's talk to him and... Phew, my mouse... Oh. Saying the same thing. But my emotions have dried up even faster. About your portion of the reward. I kind of lost it in one of the games held by the Mummers Coalition. The reward also turned out to be much smaller than we expected, so that's how the trail cookie crumbles. Yeah, I knew we screwed up. Okay. Why don't I draw on my infinite stores of largesse and give you half the bailed I have on hand out of the kindness of my heart. Largesse being the operative word here. And there we are. 2 miserable bailed. We could have got 500, but oh well. We got lots of bailed, so... It's not the end of the world. Alright, I'm just going to quickly zone and then come back. I just want to quickly check the auction house here and look for something. Bed, food, others, no. Food, meals, drinks. I wanted one of these, and they don't have one. I wonder if a +1 version would work. How much are these? Let's try it. Yeah, I might have to do another stupid quest in order to get... Alright. Let's head back to Roskin. Good goddess, is that woman over there ever beautiful? Absolutely no denying it. You think so too, right? Who do you look at? I don't know. Lola? She's hot. You think so too, right? Ugh. For the love of all that is holy, no, I obviously meant the young brunette in the apron. I didn't know what their names were. How am I supposed to know? Yosile. If only I could derive my sustenance from viewing her exquisite countenance, I'd never leave this spot. Poison potion. Oh no, some malicious entity must be sucking the life force from me. I can't barely even stand. I fear the only thing that can cure my malady is a bowl of albu coconut milk, specially prepared by Yosile. Yes, only her milk's forbidden sweetness can save me from this living nightmare and deliver me to paradise. If only a certain traveler from lands afar would find it in his heart to bring me some. No, I shouldn't indulge in such fantasies. That would never happen. Indeed, chivalry is dead. No one would ever be so kind as to bring me a bowl of albu coconut milk squeezed by Yosile. Alright, so I hope this works. I hope the +1 version works. Let's just see what happens. Because if it doesn't work, then I gotta do another quest in order to get it. Okay, it works. Good. I mean, it should, right? I mean, it just makes sense. Yes, this is it. I swear I can taste Yosile's love in this bowl of albu coconut milk +1. That really hits the spot. Sorry that I asked you for another favor. To an outsider, it may even seem that I'm using you. To an outsider being the operative phrase here. The fact, though, is that we found each other not through coincidence, but kismet. I have proof of it, too. Ever since I met you, the Wheel of Fortune has been spinning my way. I'll bite what happened. I knew you'd be interested. My journalistic prowess has been recognized with a job featuring absolutely ludicrous compensation. This new assignment deals with the Great Expedition. What's even greater is that they'll pay 1 million bailed for a good article on it. I'd challenge you to find a better offer in all of Venedil, but I already know what your answer will be. Why, Roskin, a better offer just doesn't exist. Exactly! And it is precisely this ever so important juncture at which we encounter each other. Who would dare call that mere happenstance? No one, that's who. No one, that's who. Yeah, he was standing in the wrong spot. This meeting between our minds has been preordained for aeons, with the bowl of albu coconut milk +1 as the symbol of how sticky our bond is. In other words, I have been chosen by the goddess for my mastery of the quill, and you have been chosen for your investigative talents. Therefore, you'll be doing all the fieldwork. You can't argue with fate, right? Nope, I'll gather the information. Of course you'd say that. However, just because you don't like your goddess-given task. Wait, what? You'll do it? Then it's settled. You'll dig for gems of information, and I'll polish whatever you find with the power of a written word. After that, I'll collect the reward and ask Yosile to court me. With my newfound wealth, this plan will be completely foolproof. I love it. Ugh, shut up. You're gonna make me vomit with all that saccharine dribble. Huh? What a farce. You're gonna research some bygone era to ask a girl out on a date? I couldn't think of anything dumber. Guys from the West are utterly clueless. You can't write interesting pieces while distracted by impure carnal thoughts. Everyone knows that. Lower your voice. This assignment requires a strict adherence to secret. So strict that even people across the Senro Sea could hear your plans. Everyone in town knows that you're going to research historical events surrounding colonization and then try to court some hussy. You disgust me. Roskin uses a flask of poison potion. Ugh! My constitution seems to have taken a drastic turn for the worse. I'm not that naive, dimwit. I am, however, a member of the Scouts Coalition. Therefore, why don't I do you a favor of kicking your posterior in a little competition? What are you saying? I'm saying, why don't we see which one of us can gather the most valuable information first? I'm obviously going to win, so you can kiss that obscene courtship of yours goodbye. Then maybe you'll get it through your thick skull that the only you in your life should be your Shaweld. This certainly doesn't bode well for me. Scouts Coalition members make a living collecting intelligence. There's no way I can compete with a professional. Ugh. And now the poison started to kick in. What atrocious timing. I can barely stand, let alone interrogate people in this condition. You'll have to go in my stead. Friend among friends. Please crush that uncouth scout into figurative dust with your supreme powers of inquiry. Now get out there and learn about the great expedition. For great justice. Alright, so we have to go around and collect more key items. So we'll get going on that. The first place we're going to head... God, they're all over the place. Most are in town, but it looks like there is a few out and about. Wow, there's a lot. We have a lot to do. Oh my god. I guess I'll just do them in the order that I see them on the website. So let's head to the Rala Waterways. Alright, this might be it. I'm looking for a question mark spot, yeah. Alright, let's click on here. A crumpled sheet of parchment rests at the bottom of the chest. So there, that's what I was looking for. The dictum on colonization and the memo found in Rala Waterways. Alright, so we do need to go to the Rala Waterways through Western Adoulin as well to end up on the other side, but that's good for now. This was the entrance through Eastern Adoulin, closest spot to where we are now. Alright, so that one's done. Alright, so here at the Pioneers Coalition, we can talk to somebody to get a key item. It was Louise-Aro. Nope. Not here. Right there. Alright, so here we are. Louisa Rose is sort of on the outside of the building here at the Pioneers Coalition. You wish to hear about the olden days of colonization? Well, I am never one to turn down a chance to tell a story. How about this one? You have knowledge of Sverdruid, or at least his eponymous hillock, correct? Well, he supposedly traveled around the world, visiting each and every continent. If I have yet to lose my marbles, that should have taken place around the time colonization was taking off. Furthermore, I hear that a long-lost civilization exists on the frozen continent of Razoa. Whether that is genuine fact or pure conjecture, I cannot say. You will have to use your own powers of deduction to determine that yourself. You scribble down some information regarding a report of a sorceress nation. Alright. So, next, where can we go? We can just go right down to the center square area here. Okay, so here at the center square, we can click on this, the fountain, to get a little information about the history of Adoulin. Looks like we're actually getting a cutscene. I wasn't expecting that. I bet Svenja's been a mistress to more men than there are bricks in Jorius yet. She corrupts every man she meets. Start a conversation with her. Stand back and watch the show. Let's do that. Grr. How can you men go all dopey-faced for that harpy? Well, they won't be smiling when she spurns their affections next time they talk. Yeah. Why would any self-respecting man go flush over someone as base as Svenja? Enjoy her feigned affection while you can, because you'll be crying yourself to sleep when she tosses you aside like yesterday's garbage. Grr. How can you... Oh, we already heard this one before, so there's... I guess just two things they talk about. Here we are. Let's start a conversation. Ah, who's there? Oh, it's you. How long have you been snooping around? Let's clear up any misunderstandings that might arise from your shady investigating. I was simply gathering intelligence on the Order of Janiston and nothing more. As it happens, I've no further business here, so I'll be taking my leave now. Oops, I dropped something. Well, too late. It's ours now. A piece of the SCT Coalition report. Alright, so that's good. Now we want to enter the waterways. There's two entrances here in Western Adoulin. We want to take the one that's, I think, at the bottom there. Yeah, that one there, right by the home crystal. So, here in the Rala waterways through Western Adoulin, we want to talk to Sivalda. Let's make sure we can walk past her. Sivalda, huh? There's a lot of people that work here at the greenhouses here. Or Arboretum. I can't remember what they call this. No, I don't remember which one Svenja was. Oh, so that's the... Sivalda, that's it. There we go. Alright, so we'll talk to her. Or him. No, it's a her, right? Yeah. The Civic Arboretum provides us with a stable food source, but finding provisions wasn't always so simple. The Adoulin Islands are so tiny that space was at a premium. Only the smallest of orchards could prosper in any sort of way. We imported all of our other comestibles. For example, Zolkheim flour has always been a hot commodity in these parts. Of course, the Arboretum isn't some agricultural panacea. We still have to rely mainly on trade with other countries for more victuals. Hopefully this place will be the first step in self-sufficiency for our nation. And we scribble down an Adoulinian agricultural treatise. Alright, can I use warp? No, not yet. Darn it. Okay. I'll just backtrack then, and I'll head to the closest waypoint, and this is the wrong way. I'm just gonna go to Eastern Adoulin now. I think we've finished everything in the Rala waterways, and the Western Adoulin. I think. Yep. Alright, so this is the dock that... Apparently, we should maybe try this sometime. Apparently there's a yacht here that we can take to get to... where does it go? It goes to Yas. Anyway, we want to talk to... Greebly. Right here, tucked away here, this building. You wouldn't happen to be one of those adventurers from abroad, would you? You are? Phew! I can't tell you how glad I am to hear that. You see, I've come across a historical heirloom, but I can't handle it. But I can't hand it over to just anyone. This painting was drawn roughly 480 years ago by the most famous artist of all time. By the most famous artist of the time. Now you see why I need to sell it to someone as worldly as you, right? While the appraisers estimate its value at over 1 million bailed, I know you'll give it a good home. That's why I'll discount it to a mere 2,000 bailed. All for your sake. Yes. Thanks. I guarantee you won't regret this. Wink. So there you are, a copy of the Hallowed Wood. Alright, so now... I will go to the castle gates. Down this way. I don't think I've ever been down here. I'm totally serious. I don't think I've ever been down here. Wow, there's a little, like, courtyard down here. How adorable. There's some people here. A Leafkin and Rouge de Sali. But here, we want to talk to Amori. Wow! Vous have an interest in this article? Well, le client is always right, so here you go. In return, I simply ask that you tell your friends about my establishment. And we got a copy of The Shrouded in Enigma. So, what's next? There's all kinds in Eastern Adoulin. That's 2 of them. There's one at the Selenial Library. We gotta go to the library. Alright, so here at the library, we want to examine some of the books, but we're looking for something in particular. Let's just wait for it to load. I think that's it right there. Geography. Let's check that one out. These volumes are tightly bound, preventing admittance to the stores of knowledge they contain. What? Hold on, maybe there's another one. I can't believe that. Personages, institutions. Hold on, like, how can that be? There's another quest that we have to complete first in order to get it. Yeah, it's okay. It's a quest called Order Up. I wasn't planning on doing that one until the next episode, or the next part, I should say. But that's okay. What I'll just do is, I'll just edit this so that, yeah, I'll just kind of go do it now and record that for the next episode, and I'll come back. Order up. Okay, so it's just after the quest where we collected those edits from the 12 orders for Reja here. And then they made her very happy, and she said that we could check out books from the library now. So let's check the geography now, see what it says. We scribbled down some information regarding a copy of the Verdant Sea. Alright, we obtain a copy of the Verdant Sea. Alright, so now we are going to, I think, go to the Scouts Coalition. Alright, so we come in here to the Scouts Coalition, and on one of the bookshelves, I think, is going to be a question mark thing. Yeah, here it is. Let's check this. We obtained a copy of The Wrath of the Land. Alright, now while we're here... Come on. I'm gonna talk to Wagellian here. Whoops. Whoa. Oh, okay. I didn't even see that there. Hold on. Oh, yeah, there is two. Oh, I just got that by accident. I meant to talk to Wagellian here. Or Wagellian, whatever. Let's see what he says now. Hey, that looks like the Scouts Coalition issue parchment we used for daily reports. Writing on it with a special ink renders the text invisible to those without the proper decoding tools. Judging from its consistency, I'd say it's the type our espionage agents stopped using a little while ago. How do we decode them? I guess if we're not using them anymore, there's no need to keep the process a secret. The magic happens in Forêt de Hanatiel. Certain poisons in the Zoldef River will react with the ink, causing it to change color. Downright sorcerous, yeah? I've seen Palomel taking some sheets from the stockroom every now and then, but I can't imagine she actually uses them. I know Twitherum that are more skilled with ciphers than she is. Alright, so there's a little hint about where we're gonna be, what we're gonna need to do, and he's hinting that we're going to the Forêt de Hanatiel. So let's just head there. Oh, we might... Oh, I hope we have this one. It's bivouac number 4. Oof. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got it. Here is where we are, and we need to go upstream. We need to go up to the top part where we catch the boats. I think. Yeah. I'm not even... Okay. I'll just bring in a couple people here. I don't really even think we need anyone. Alright, so here we are at one of the little riverbank parts. We're looking for a question mark spot. I don't see it. It's not here. Oh, we have to go somewhere else, I guess. Cast off point, and we're gonna go upstream. Alright, so this is the riverbank that we want to be. Took us there. So there's a question mark spot. Let's click there. That must be it. A few letters reveal themselves against the corn silk background of your piece of a SCT coalition report after dipping it in the river. You have obtained new information regarding your piece of a SCT coalition report. We obtain a cryptic memorandum. Alright, so next we want to go into Woe Gates. And then after that we'll be done being in the Outlands. We'll be able to head back to the city. I don't remember how to get to Woe Gates. Let me just see here. I think I actually do remember. I think it's the upper right corner, northeast. What's this? Wow, where did that come from? Oh, that's a part of the Razkana, or whatever you say. It's kind of neat seeing a little part of it poking through the ground. Yeah, I've never been this part of the Woe Gates. Just got to go around the corner here to that little cul-de-sac dead end. That's where we're heading. Yeah, there's another little piece. That's awesome. Alright, this must be it here. Is this the right way? No? Almost. Down this way and then east. Okay, so it should be in here. Oh, there. Let's remove our invis. Click on the question mark spot. A strange object looks to be frozen beneath the icy surface of the cavern floor. Okay, I think we might have to do something. Let's just see here. Oh! We have to use a pickaxe. God, how would you know that? Yikes. I hope this thing doesn't fight us. I'm scared. Well, we got a full party. We should be fine. Yeah, I'm not worried. Item. Pickaxe. You have excavated a rusty metallic rod from the thick slab of ice. And we obtained the key item, Mystifying Metal Rod. Is that what I wanted? Yep. That's it. That's it. I guess we're just going to go back. I think there's a few more we have to do back in the city. Wow. Let's have to wait for this to recharge. Here, while we're waiting, I guess we'll fight this thing. Bergrund Gethurst. Alright, so here outside, or inside, yeah, the Inventors Coalition, we're looking for polished pebble right here. Yeesh, this looks to be quite the fixer-upper. I'll see what I can do. I don't think I'll have any problems with it, but you never know. Wait here, I'll be right back. Here you go. Alright, sorry, but this is the best I could do. All that rust proved a bit much for me. I guess you could always hang it in your mog house or something. At least I'm not going to charge you for not fixing it. We obtain new information regarding our mystifying metal rod, and we obtain the key item Rusty Katana. Alright, so everybody else we want to talk to now is in Eastern Adoulin. So let's just knock them out one at a time. Alright, so here we are outside the Scouts Coalition. We're looking for someone named Palome. Palome. She might be over here. No? Okay, let's see. Palomel. Behind us. Aha! Oh, her! We talked to her before. What? Oh, that was for the library, quest. What? Spit it out already. I don't have time to waste making idle chit-chat with a rival. You quickly flash her your copy of Adoulin's Patronus and Cryptic Memorandum. Those are... No, that can't be. Fine, I'll admit defeat. Now I suppose you'll want to have your way with me. The lecher that you are. Then what could you want with me? Aha! You're going to have the coalition axe me and my family disown me, aren't you? Oh, mother and father, why did you ever bring me into this cruel world? Wait, that's not it either? Then what exactly do you want with me? Oh, yes, the events that gave rise to the Great Expedition. Alright, I'll cooperate. Just give me that back. She angrily swipes the Cryptic Memorandum from our hands. Alright, so then we want to talk to her again. It looks like you've collected a lot of materials, but I bet you don't know squat about them. What do you need me to enlighten you on? So, show her what? This one. Copy of Hallowed Wood. You're telling me that a random peddler claims this to be a 480-year-old painting? I'm no connoisseur of fine art, but that sounds fishy to me. Try showing it to someone at the Rene residence. They might know better than me. Alright, so the Rene residence. We'll do that, and I guess. So we want to go... we're looking for Neely Uvalep. We've talked to her before, I think. That was probably also for the library quest we just did. Here it is. Right, she was there. I remember that place. Alright, so let's talk to Neely here. What? You want me to appraise a painting? An odd request, for sure, but I think I'm up to it. Nevi Uvalope stares at the painting. Copy of Hallowed Wood. With a discerning eye. Sorry, but you got the fur pulled over your eyes. It's an inconvertible fake. If only it were real, you'd be set for life. We have obtained new information regarding our copy of Hallowed Wood. It has now become Hallowed Wood Replica. Alright, so let's go back to the Scouts Coalition and talk to Palomel. Again. Let's get a good spot here. There we go. It looks like you've collected a lot of materials, but I bet you don't... Huh? Hold on. Okay. So now we wanted to look at... where is it? I don't see it here. It's not here. I was looking for the metal rod thing, but I don't see it here. Oh, I think we did these in the wrong order. Okay, hold on. Well, I did them out of order, and I did the Western Adoulin one already, and that was the one where Polished Petal does something with the mystifying metal, so we might have screwed up. Okay, let's just do what I gotta do, I guess. We don't have that one. I don't have that. That's weird. Okay, Rusty Katana. Hey, how'd you ever get your hands on such an ancient blade? You found it lying within the floor of Woe Gates? I find that hard to believe. Anyway, that definitely looks like a sword used in the rebellion around the year 350, before even the first colonization initiative started in the early 400s. Each order made it their top priority to wrest control of the settlement from the others, which obviously led to a violent insurgence. I hate to admit it, but nice job finding an artifact of this much historical importance. So we obtained information regarding our Rusty Katana. Alright, so now, is that it? We got the key item traditional Adoulinian Katana, yeah. Okay, well I guess we're done then, because I don't know... Yeah, I think we maybe are okay. I think it's just what I skipped was she would have given us information about that... that mystifying metal rod. Whoops, we're going the wrong way. She would have given us some information on that metal rod if I had just, yeah, gone there before. We had talked to Polished Pebble. But as it was, we skipped that. We went straight to him, and he ended up getting the rust off that for us. So now that we're done, let's take all the information here and talk to Roskin. Where to find the rest? My journalist's instinct tells me there's stuff to be had in Selenia Memorial Library and nowhere else. The library? I thought we got everything. Oh! There was 2 books we were supposed to read in the library. We missed one. I didn't see that. Yeah, we looked at geography, but we forgot to look at history. Ah, darn it. Okay, that's alright. At least he tells us if we made a mistake. That's nice. That was smart of the game. Alright, let's head in here and read up on our history. There it is. History. You scribbled down some information regarding a giant sheep export record. Alright, so we should be done now. Let's see how it goes. Roskin. So, what marvels have you brought me? I knew you'd do me proud, but I never thought you'd amass such a treasure trove of information. Let's get down to business uncovering the impetuses for the great expedition, then. First on the docket is the copy of Wrath of the Land. The title has enough gravitas in it to crush Sunrise Beacon, so I bet it's incredibly significant, don't you think? Okay, so let's do this one properly now. Yeah, so this one, yes. Wrath of the Land, yeah. I'm going to follow the online guide to make sure we do this all right. Hollowed Wood Replica. No, that one's not on the list. Not particularly. Shrouded in Enigma. Not particularly. Adoulin's Patroness. Yup. You feel an ethereal grip upon your throat that prevents you from speaking. Sounds like a case of, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything. Okay, out it goes. Next. This report of a sorceress nation thingy. It looks important, too, right? Sorceress nation, yes. That one is a yes. Copy of Verdancy. Yes. This giant sheep export record thingy. Yes. Dictum on colonization. Yes. Adoulinian agricultural treatise. Not particularly. Alright then, next up is traditional Adoulinian katana. Not particularly. Phew, I'm glad that's finished. Now be prepared to have your mind melt in amazement of my summarization skills. The Founder King's last words to his people began to lose their efficacy circa Crystal Era 400. Though the populace once deathly feared entering the jungle, they then declared that colonization would begin anew. After departing on a long and arduous journey across multiple continents and laying eyes upon myriad wonders, Sverhide finally managed to make landfall in Adoulin sometime during the first half of the 5th century. Coinciding with the advancement of the colonization effort and the advent of Crystal Era 550, the earth began to shake mightily at irregular intervals. Fissures gaped wide and whole topographical features were reformed when these manifestations of Terek vengeance struck. In the year 607, domesticated giant sheep were exported to the Middlelands in hope of both diversifying its breadbasket and enhancing Adoulin's mercantile prowess. Records exist of a baffling incident where not just one tree, but whole swaths of woodlands matured over the course of a single nightfall in the early part of the 7th century. Certain academics hold that the event described within such documents is specious at best, but their sheer volume leads most to believe their veracity. How's that sound to you? I'd go so far as to say that it's the pinnacle of relevancy and aeon-defining oral ecstasy. Aeon-defining being the operative word here. How does it sound to you? Like a faithful rendition of a sonnet. Sure. Sounds good. I'm glad to hear you're on the same page. Ho ho ho. Let me pass this on to the Couriers Coalition and we'll be good to go. If only I knew exactly who my employer was, I could send it directly, but who cares about where I get my money from as long as it's enough to make Vocile swoon for me. Oops, I almost forgot that you played a minor role in making me into the happiest man in the world. Minor being the operative word here. This'll have to suffice for now. I'll give you the rest of your share when that ludicrously lucrative reward arrives. Alright, so he gave us some limit points and some bailed, and if we come back after the next game day, or during the next game day, he'll have the other half of the reward for us. So let's just wait for that to happen. Alright, so let's talk to Roskin here on a new day. Oh, fate, thou art a cruel and terrible mistress. Oko, listen to this. There I was, planning out the route I would take my beloved Volsile on, like any chivalrous gent would. Then I happened upon a true beauty from the Mummers Coalition. When I finally came to, I hadn't a pinch of baled to my name. That's how the trail cookie crumbles, you know. Easy come, easy go. And all that. I'll pay you back someday, though, I swear. And we obtained 5,000 baled. Alright. So, now there's something else we can do. We can head to the Rala waterways. Alright, so we're down here. Yeah, we're looking for a blank space. This must be it here. So, click on this. What entity keeps the sacred city safe? Alright, so the password is ERGISADE. Ergasad. Something descended from the ceiling with nary a warning. Alright, and there we are. We got the memo found in Rala. We lost the memo found in Rala waterways, but we got our bailed. 10,000 bailed. Okay, so that's good. So, let's go back and talk to Roskin once more. We got lots more to do with him. Lots more. I'll meet you guys there. If it isn't my favorite pioneer, unsurprisingly come to grace me with his presence. And since you're here, if I may ask, you wound me with that dour luck. Have you forgotten all we've been through, you and I? Of course you haven't. Why else would you appear so fortuitously by my side? You know what I'm thinking about. Thinking being the operative word here. How do you respond? No clue. Could it be that my sixth sense has failed me? I guess that was the wrong response. Oh, how annoying. Come on. Alright, so we're supposed to choose the first option in every response with him. So let's just do that. Aha. Yes, that's the man I've grown to trust. The project I'm working on is of much import. It concerns the Founder King and his generals. Think of the ramifications. We could unveil the truth behind Adoulin's most storied myths and legends. It certainly sounds like a pretty affair, but with every light comes a shadow. You'd sooner stumble upon an even-tempered Velk than chance upon tales of indisputable veracity. Or so one would think. I, however, happen to have come prepared. This amazing elder wooden box, especially made by the Inventors Coalition, has the ability to view snippets of the past. Tell me, doesn't that news set your heart aflutter? There's just one itsy-bitsy bump in the road. Bump? What kind of bump? This peddler of old curios was raving about the wonders of this odd machine, you see. Who could pass up such a marvel? So I paid the king's ransom he was asking. It was only later that I realized the thing didn't come with any sort of manual. Visions of the past are supposed to come floating to your mind like petals on the wind, but no matter how many times I open and close it or flip it on its side, it remains just what it seems. An old wooden box. Yeah, long story short, I have no idea how to use it. Since I can't make heads or tails of this stupid contraption, I'll let you borrow it. Mayhap you will have that stroke of luck that has thus far eluded me. Which brings me to a word of advice. Remember that daft young girl from before? The one under the Scouts Coalition's employ? Perhaps start with her. Huh? Why don't I go myself? Well, you see, I don't think she and I... Oh, come now. There's no one more suited to the job than you. After all, we've worked together on multiple occasions. Not even the sky can limit you, my friend. And look over there. Even the goddess herself is smiling upon you. Oh, praise be to Altana. May she deliver unto Oko the secrets of this box. See? Altana and I believe in you. Altana being the operative word here. Now, be off. I shan't keep you from your calling any longer. You find yourself in a terrible pickle. Alright, we obtained the Elder Wooden Box. Alright, so now we're going to talk to a few people to get information about how to use it, I guess, or whatnot. The first one we want to talk to is that girl that hangs out around the Scouts Coalition, that one that's kind of hiding in the corner and seems to have emotional problems. Palamel. What are you doing here? Haven't you badgered me enough for one lifetime? Or do you intend to haunt me even after I cross over? Wooden box? What do you expect me to do with this? Most likely an Imperial device S. Isn't this one of those devices the Inventors Coalition came up with? The kinds that can recall the past? I'll be blunt. I find it disturbing that out of all the people here in Adoulin, you choose to discuss this with me. What exactly are you looking for? The life and times of King August. The life and times of Palamel. Last night's dinner. The life and times of King August. Huh? King August? Did those Velk over in Marjami Ravine give you a few too many whacks on the head? There's the past, and there's ancient history, and I think we both know where that falls on the spectrum. We're talking centuries here, not decades. Wait, I may have remembered something. I overheard some tosspot talking about peering into the past by projecting her mind into the future. Something about refractive energies. I can't vouch for this queer Mithra's skills, but she claims to see the future, although, it's only 30 seconds or so. What? You think that sounds crazy? You're trying to see the past using only a wooden box. What else do you expect? She's got a good point there, but we obtained the imprint device S. And we have new information regarding the Elder Wooden Box. Okay. So, now we gotta go very far away. And we have to head to Rabao. Looks like we got a cutscene. I wasn't expecting this. Looking for Ingrid? No, we weren't, actually. She passed by here, sure, but the Maester's busy and shooed her away. Afraid he'd do the same to you? This is obviously for another quest that we have active. Round up everyone you can. I don't care if they're on leave. We need every hand we can get to root out that jungle menace. I see you've chosen to tag along. I had hoped to have a fruitful discussion with our esteemed friend, but with the way he's ranting and raving, I would have better luck playing catch the Heartwing blindfolded. I should have expected no less. The disturbances in the jungle keep going from bad to worse, and even I can't bring myself to call down Altana's wrath upon him. I demand everyone double down on their patrols. And if I see even one crack in Jorius yet, it'll be your hides. The Maester is even more relentless than usual these days. I'll say. You there. Get out there before I strip you of your uniforms and make you run stark naked across Big Bridge. At least the pig isn't running around blaming Arciella for all this. Ingrid, you insufferable. I told you that I don't have time for any of your nonsense until I get things cleared up around here. Get your keister out of here before I kick it to the streets myself. But some things never change. What a worthless mongrel. How can he keep the peace if he cannot even keep his own troops in order? This incident Gratzig spoke of, I have no choice but to clean it up in his stead. Someone suspicious traipsing about your Schweld, southwest of the frontier station? Could you picture anything more laughably absurd? If the perpetrator is not a pioneer, then it stands to reason that it could be the dread fiend Balamor, presuming he has not decided to possess Fremila again. Those two-bit goons Gratzig decided to dress up in armor would stand no chance against one of that caliber. Once again, it falls to me to clean up others' messes. Perhaps you would like to see this all play out, given your previous run-ins with him. But no, more likely than not, you have your hands full bleeding the city's bailed coffers dry. Forget I said anything. Alright, so I believe that was story involved in the mission No Mercy for the Wicked. This one. But we need to continue on with A Thirst for Eternity. Alright, so here in Rabao, we're looking for someone named Kui Oribin. Or Kui Oribe. Something like that. But Kui with a W, with a Q. Kui. Is that him? Or her? I think it's her. Oh, it's the Adoulin Waypoint person. Okay, here, let's talk to Kui Oribe. My sincerest condolences, good sir. Why? Because I could tell 30 seconds ago that it was your destiny to come speak to me. My tail twitches can tell all. For example, that you have come to inquire about an imprint device S. That's right. Of course it is. Then let's get down to the meat of the matter. Souls wandering eternally throughout the jungle. Oh dear, I have failed to explain how this all works, haven't I? Seeing the future isn't as simple as closing your eyes and holding the imprint device S up to the light. No! I have to place an itty-bitty incantation on it. You may think this an ordinary doodad, but you couldn't be further from the truth. The box is carved with fresh Albucan wood. And so, the latent energies in Albuca interact in various ways I cannot possibly explain, and permit the bearer to catch glimpses of the past. Do you suppose it has to do with nutrients in the soil? Beats me. But goodness, you didn't come all this way to hear me prattle on about the minutiae of Albucan flora. And so, without further ado, O great mother, whose compassionate embrace carries us upon the waves, return us to the land from whence we came. Gra! Enoyerev rof sekuk liart. Backwards, that's trail cookies for everyone. This is a scam, I think. Hey, snap out of it. So, when you come across an area that might be connected to the events you seek, simply hold the box up to your forehead and think deep thoughts. Though this may go against what I said earlier. If there exists in that location a proper catalyst for memories, then images and energies should come floating to you like smoke upon the wind. Should all go as I predict, you should be able to experience firsthand a brief snippet of the past, about 30 seconds, I'd guess. I'm feeling particularly magnanimous today, so the incantation is free of charge. Aren't you the lucky cub? Okay, so we got some information. Can we use this, I wonder? Proto waypoint. Really, no, we can't use this. Wow. Alright. Alright, so we can just quickly talk to Roskin now that we know what to do with this wooden box. We just don't know where to take it. Huh? You want to know where to use that imprint device S? Well, we know a lot about our great king, don't we? So I'd say to try looking in your Shaweld, Certus Caverns, Khmer Drifts, Sizik Battlegrounds. Yep, that should just about do it. So, 4 locations. Why are you still bothering me? Get out there and search. Alright, so let's hit those locations, starting with your Shaweld. Okay, so here we go. I know it's a little hard to tell from the map, but there it is. That's where we are. I did have to go through another rive to get here. Alright, so I'll click on this mnemonic pool. Strange visions flood into your mind. Would you look at that? Sizik finds his mark once again. Says Yas Karae. I'll knock an arrow and stay my hand until we find its soft underbelly. That's up to you, Yas. We good with the tried and true swallow formation, ladies? No. Flying Monkey will protect our rear and give me a chance to strike from the side. Let's do this. Just don't get in over your heads like last time, okay? If things get rough, peel back and let Zanira get you in fighting form again. Always the prudent one, Certus. The sun never sets on the generals of August. Come on, Rala. Show him the true might of the Mithra. Ready. Fragments of shattered memories wedge themselves into your skull. Alright, so there we got a little bit of a story of the founders of Adoulin, I suppose. That's what that was all about. Alright, record of the general's foray. Alright, I'm going to head back to Adoulin, and then I think we're going to go to Sizik Battlegrounds next. Wow, that's a badass looking scorpion. Look at that. Cool. Nice colors. Alright. This must be it over here. Hiding away. His little... Alright, so let's click here. Get a little cutscene. Strange visions flood into your mind. How could those infernal forces have gotten so far back? Damn it, where's August? What in the... By Altana, I can't see two foams in front of me. A wall of light. Is this the goddess herself? Come to mock me? Wait, that's where Jorius was dispatched. What in blazes? The light. The light is completely disintegrating them. I'll say, Jorius, none will ever again doubt your strength. There's not a bone or stinking chunk of pustulous flesh for Malms. And I'll be damned, you sent the Velk scurrying back with their tails between their legs. You've saved us. No, you've saved the entire city. And August's wife and children. They're unharmed. Come on. It's high time we take a breather. Yo, Jorius. It's safe to come back. They're all gone. Jorius? Fragments of shattered memories wedge themselves into your skull. Alright, and we obtained a record of 1,000 lights. Alright, well, we can't really warp out of here yet, so we'll just fight a monster to kill some time, and then we'll warp back to Adoulin. And the next place we'll head is going to be, I think, Certus Caverns. Here we go. This must be it. Wow, let's take a look at the map where we are. Interesting. Okay. Click here. Strange visions flood into your mind. That smell. We're about to run afoul of something. Marjami, if only I hadn't... What are you blathering about? There was nothing else you could have done. Ugh. Our mission was to prevent their advance at any cost. And we are not alone. Relief is on the way, even if Marjami's ward fails to hold. You're right, of course. Even the smallest victory is to be relished like a fine banquet. Right, Izzy? I would put away your silverware and goblets for now, Hanatiel. Ready, steel, and staff, everyone. We meet them head on. Those who have stolen our comrades will bear the full brunt of our rage. Hanatiel, now it is my turn to beg for forgiveness. Alright, fragments of shattered memories wedge themselves into our skull. We receive the record of a cavernous foray. Alright, can we warp? No, we cannot. Yeah, so the next place we want to go to is Khmer Drifts. I'm just gonna wait for the warp. Here we go. This must be it here. Alright, I don't have any trust with me, so I'm just gonna try and sneakily do it without anything aggroing, hopefully. Alright, so right here in front of the Raz Kana entrance. Strange visions fled into your mind. Your audacity intrigues me, knight. Only the noble and the foolhardy possess the gumption to face an entire regiment with naught but the armor on their backs. Why withdraw your forces, knave? Dare you doubt the capabilities of your better? Ah, how quickly the veil breaks down. You are a fool to the bitter end. I offer myself on a silver platter, and all you concern yourself with is the why. That looks like Theodore. Alright, so we got a record of the night in black. Alright. So let's head back to Roskin now. Now that we've been to the 4 places he told us to go to. Sure took your sweet time. Did you get anywhere flipping the loose stones? Well, get a load of... Ah! Excellent. Well, this certainly beats out my admittedly meager expectations. Who goes there? 25 years old, single. A quarrel with his father sent him scurrying to the shadows of Western Adoulin, where he makes a pittance as a 2-bit private investigator. Struck out with the ladies 7 times, of whom 2 he actually finagled into first dates. Tends to seek women who... Stop your blathering! What do you have against me that you come spouting such filth? Ah, Maester Margaret. Have you come to hurl insults at me like some cheap wench throwing a patron out of some seedy tavern? I'd have expected a more deferential greeting from someone who, I assume, does not wish to become persona non grata at my coalition. I'm here not to throw barbs, quite the opposite. Your current research intrigues me, and I would like to inquire about your methods. What are you playing at? You've used this pioneer for your own ends to catch glimpses into the very beginnings of this sacred city. But something troubles me. You know as well as the rest of us that the Selenia Memorial Library houses every tome, encyclopedia, and treatise ever written on Adoulinian soil. A simple kind word to Andrain, and you would be swimming in knowledge. Despite this, you employ a pioneer to hunt and peck through Adoulin and outlying areas for vestiges of the past. The only logical conclusion is that what you seek is not contained within the library's halls. Hence, you sought the help of one who could move freely about eastern Albuca. Yet one does not simply stumble upon discoveries concerning events from more than 100 years prior, especially if such information falls under the purview of the Scouts Coalition. And without any solid leads to go on, well, let's just say your pioneer friend would clearly lose interest. So you came up with a brilliant plan. If you can't find facts, what harm could there be in making some of your own? What are you implying? I'll cut to the quick. The seeds of information Oko's found. You sowed them yourself. And when they bloomed, you made sure that he was there to reap the harvest. He was cheating me the whole time. But why go to all the trouble? Because you hoped he would find something fresh along the way. You think yourself clever, don't you? But I saw right through you, Roskin. so I chose to inject myself into your affairs. Did you tamper? The dictum on colonization in particular, your craftsmanship was quite impressive, yet it was also your downfall. Anyone could check it out from the library, but you chose to give a fake name when you did so. Did you expect the Scouts Coalition to be fooled by such blatant fraud? Which brings me to another point. I was so inspired by your efforts that I inserted a code into your props. Oko, however, had no trouble deciphering the true meaning. But I digress. I deem that the records he has collected are of considerable historic interest. Let me ask, what do you intend to do with this information? You don't realize, do you, Margaret? No, it's not that you don't, it's that you can't. You've completely forgotten that the two of us were once classmates. It never mattered how much I worked or how much I struggled. You always took top honors. Do you know what it's like to put forth your mightiest effort and realize that it was all for naught? You were always a step ahead. You damn. You haven't the slightest inkling of what it feels like to lose. And now you want my valuable information. I'll bet you do. The Hollowed Scouts Coalition, renowned as the premier source of information, has failed in its mission to piece together relics of the past. But not me. I alone have found the truth. I could ruin your career with but one visit to the Adoulin Examiner. Picture the headline. In bold font, splayed across the front page, Scouts Coalition one-upped by the intrepid Haraskin. You'd be the laughing stock of the 12 Orders. No, all of Adoulin. And then, after all these years, I would be the winner. And so I would like to extend an offer to join the Scouts Coalition. Of course, one of your talents would receive proper remuneration. Our terms are generous, and I trust you find this offer tempting. Of course, I would be honored to serve under one such as yourself. Geez, she sure read you like a book. Believing the source without confirming its credibility. I'll have to dock you 20 points. You're gonna hire me, right? You're giving me second thoughts. But, be that as it may, your first duty is to recompense Oko for his efforts. My calling as a custodian of history is now a reality, and I owe it all to your superlative actions. Superlative being the operative word here. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Alright, and there we are. We obtain 8,000 bailed. There's a little more running around that we can do for Roskin, though. He's not done yet. Alright, so she hangs out here, right across. Let's talk to Palomal. Maester Margaret. Palomal. You've been shaking all day. It bothers you, too, doesn't it? It's hard to put into words, but how can you place your faith and trust in that common gutter trash? So that's what's been eating at you. In the end, what does it matter? I'm afraid I don't. I had assumed you were referring to the records Oko brought back with him. There's more than a passing chance that they aren't facts to be trusted wholesale, but rather extrapolations based on his assumptions. So do I think he bore witness to history as it happened? No. Only one thing should be of interest to us as true purveyors of knowledge. Physical evidence that leads us to undeniable conclusions. That information goes beyond stories and old wives' tales, and something about it just feels right. But even if we wanted to prove or refute it, how could we? Still, there's a voice inside telling me that it's... Maester? Listen to me babbling on about intuition. How unbecoming. Alright, we'll go talk to Raskin again. Alright, so here we are back in Eastern Adoulin. Let's talk to Raskin. This thirst. Oh, if only there were someone to release me from this parched prison. Do my eyes deceive me, or is that Oko? Thank goodness you have seen fit to come to me this fine day, for I have need of a friendly ear. No, it's not about Yosile, but rather the Scouts Coalition. My first task as an official member is to collate the records you found for me into an informative discourse, an article, if you will. Maester Margaret assured me that my work would be enshrined forever in Selenia Memorial Library. That means that these very hands will write the history that our children's children will learn. Absolutely wonderful, no? Wow. How do we want to respond here? I don't think it matters. Wow. But in order to pen an epic that will be talked about for generations, I need a certain volume of special import. Import being the operative word here. As such, I have a task for you. Make haste to Selenia Memorial Library and procure Heroes and Legends of Adoulin for me. This should be a piece of proverbial cake compared to the trials I put before you up until now. Just go there and mention that the one and only Raskin sent you. Enjoy. Alright, so the one we want to look into is this one, the history one. Ah, Oko, what do you require this day? It is not a book you are looking for, but rather the conservator? She is likely in the back, handling some of our more esoteric works. A moment, please. All that dust back there wreaks havoc with my eyes. Permitteru me to introduce myself. I am... Wait. Didn't you stop by a while back inquiring about particular tomeworms? Is there something special you require today? I'm here for Raskin. Heroes and Legends of Adoulin. That was the one. Aha, yes, I believe we have that work in our closed stacks wax. Altana, help me if I know how you learned of its existence wistance. But as it is... concealed work. I can't allow you to check it out. But perhaps we can come to an arrangement to rue. Should you have your Hardaroo set on borrowing it, then you must answer a series of questions I'll pose to you. If you successfully clear all 12 questions, then I'll deem your knowledge of Adoulin's history sufficient to rue enough to understand the gravitas of this work. Are you feeling particularly academic wemic today? I'll take all Bucaflora for 200. I'm not spinning that. Okay. A Jeopardy reference. Then let us begin. Then let Adoulin's showdown commence! Oshaka, please. We have patrons present. Question 1. What is the name of the area in Rala Waterways used to grow vegetation for the populace? I wasn't fast enough. I don't know. Darn it. How could you run out of time? Did you come to your nation concerned only with profits? With no intention of learning anything about our history, culture, and people weeple? Alright, so apparently if we lose, which we just did, we'll be able to try again and we'll get more time. But we have to leave first and then come back. Fontasanera. Question 2. What is the name of the order of the... Café de Larmes. What is the role of the Pioneers Coalition? What spectacle occurs at the Watergate Garden Coliseum? Raptor fights. Which aspect of Adoulinian life does the Order of Weatherspoon take charge of? That was wrong. Which aspect of Adoulin's government does the Order of Haverton control? I don't know. I don't know. How are we supposed to do this? This is hard. Which coalition controls the Selenium Memorial? That's the Scouts. Over which species does the firebrand narwhals dominate? Firebrand narwhals. Lizards. Which narwhals was dominion over plantoids? Yumcax. When were the Rala waterways constructed? 200 years ago. Where is the Order of O'Kane located? Peacekeepers. Where is the Order of Janiston located? You lose, although you answered 9 of my questions correctly. I deem your knowledge of Adoulin to be wholly lacking. It's tough. See, I might have gotten that one right. Splendidly done. Your knowledge of our fair city and her history is commendable, particularly for an outsider wider. I'll uphold my end of the deal and lend you this copy of Heroes and Legends of Adoulin. Ugh, that was tough. Yeah, you got to use the answers that they have on the online, but the thing is, you just don't have much time to look. Wow. Okay, so let's just go back to Roskin now. This is the specimen I required. Oh, a transcribed copy. Libraries certainly are filled with marvels, no? Let me take a quick look. It really is what I asked for. I had heard such rumors, of course, but of all the people to get their hands on it, how much bail did you have to slip, oh Shasha? Let me get a quick peek. This volume piques my curiosity nearly as much as the records you brought back. It will revolutionize the way we view August's initial foray into the hinterlands. I might have to stop by the Coalition and grab a few more vials of ink. Some may view the fervor I have for my work to be off-putting, but hopefully you view it as one of my more endearing qualities. Now, to put quill to parchment. Alright, so we handed over the Heroes and Legends of Adoulin. Let's let him work for a little bit, and we'll come back right after midnight. Alright, so it's a new day. Let's talk to Roskin. Oko, my latest masterpiece is complete. I will be scrubbing wax off my desk for days, but that's a small price to pay for academic inspiration. In fact, your presence brings a smile to my face, as Margaret promised. A copy of my work has been delivered to Selenia Memorial Library. I can hear your heart beating from here. Stop by and bear witness to my genius. I must admit that I owe you so much. Let me think of a proper way to repay you. Ah, I know just the thing, a transcription of this fascinating volume I chanced upon the other day. I shall repay my monumental debt over time, so be sure to say hello every so often when your travels bring you nearby. Alright, so we obtained 2 copies of Covivi Barrow's Musings and some bail. I'm not even sure what those do. They probably give you experience. A collection of thoughts scribbled out by Farius Coffin on his visits to Coffee Barrow's Adventurer's Notes, that reading it increases one's healing magic skill. Oh, that's good. Well, I can use that as a paladin. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Alright, so we can talk to him again now for one more little adventure, but we might have to zone first. Let's just see. Good to see you again, Oko. I may be a member of the Scouts Coalition now, but I am quite certain I will have need of your talents in the future. Alright. Now, apparently we can come here once a week and talk to him, and he'll give us 2 books like that. That'll increase our skills, which is kind of cool. Alright, so we're going to be continuing our quests here in Eastern Adoulin. We start things off at the Selenia Memorial Library. Yeah, we want to find someone here named Patient Snake. I thought he would be around the front desk, he or she. Maybe they're not here. Okay, hold on. Not starting very well here. Oh, they're in the Scouts Coalition, so they're just right outside. Well, darn, why aren't they inside? Okay, well, whatever. I screwed up. So, let's go to the Scouts Coalition. Alright, so here at the Scouts Coalition, we're looking for Patient Snake. So here he is. Care to peek through some of the Selenia Memorial Library's tomes? It always pays to be well informed. So we're going to buy a Selenia Memorial Library card here for 1,000. Yeah. That's an easy decision. So yeah, so there is the library card we need to access more of the books that are in the library. So now let's go back. Whoops. Alright, so now that we're here, it's another person we're looking for now, and her name is Reja. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm in the right spot. This time I'm sure. Here we go. Sorry, I couldn't see the name, I guess, from a distance. Reja Igradi. Something like that. This is the Selenia Memorial Library, and I'm Reja Igradi, the one in charge of keeping dust and paw prints off these tombs. The city's fat cats told me I have to cooperate with you pioneers' research and let you track mud all over my beloved building. Honestly, though, I don't want your dirty paws anywhere near my books. Maybe if you show some respect for the written word first, then I'll have less of a reason to act like a sourpuss. So, you going to run an errand for me or what? To prove my worth? Of course. Maybe you're not so worthless after all. I need you to confirm how pertinent our information about the 12 Orders is. How? I take it they don't ask you to use your brain much out in the jungle, do they? Keep putting one of your legs in front of the other until you reach each order. That's how. So, 12 Orders dossier. Now what we have to do is basically go to those 12 Orders, get someone to look at them, at the dossier. So let's just do it really quickly, one after another. We'll start here in Eastern Adoulin, and we'll just try and go through it as quick as possible. Alright, so Palomel here is the most closest one. Ah, you're here on behalf of the library? And perhaps I can be of assistance. What do you mean? All information on Haverton is 100% accurate and up to date. The Scouts Coalition is under our wing, after all. That was it? We just have to talk to them, I guess. Okay, so the next one is Oscalm. Is this it? Oscairn. Yeah, that's what it is. Oscairn. I gotta get my eyes checked. I thought that the I was an L. Ugh. Alright, right up here, Oscairn. A report from the library? Let me get a look at that. Yes, all information on the Order of Vokane is in proper order. Just between us, a simple survey isn't so bad. But try not to go poking around where you don't belong next time. Alright, so the next one is Neely Uvalep. Alright, here she is. Neely Uvalep. Working for the library, are you? Well, let me see what you've got for me. There's something new about Iki Eskimo that's not listed in the file. Here, let me add it to you. Let me add it for you. Enjoy. Alright, the next person is Rigobertine. This person we're going to need to talk to as well in the future. So we definitely need to know who this person is. I was looking ahead a little bit, and yeah, this name came up. There it is. I think I've talked to this person before, actually. Yeah, the more closer we get, the more familiar it becomes. I remember. Right at the very end here, this is the person we talked to in order to get the trust. Aroha, was it? Ingrid. Yeah, the Ingrid trust. Alright, here, let's just talk to Rigobertine. This extravagant edifice is one of the many assets held by our current Minister of Judication, Hildebert. I must request that you inquire another time, as the order is inundated with various issues these past few moons. Things keep turning from bad to worse. And look who's come to sprinkle rock salt in my wounds. As long as you insist on bringing thunderclouds into my life, I might as well ask. You're familiar with Hildebert, yes? Hilda who? Oh, yeah, the old guy. Say nothing. Hilda who? The head of the Order of Weatherspoon, always wearing those same tired white vestments. I would perhaps be wrong to presume that you are aware that his wife fell ill due to some strange demon called Ballamore's machinations. Of course. Were you aware of this fact? Nope. Naturally, even the most loose-lipped among our order knows better than to start spreading that around. Far be it from me to sympathize with Hildebert, or anyone really, when he's fighting with our beloved princess. But even I must confess to harboring a bit of pity for his son, Marcellerin. Ingrid, you need not miss any sleep over my mental state. My duty is to support both my father and the Order of Weatherspoon during times of crisis. Altana knows that no love has been lost between you and my father over these past few months. And despite the past, you have spent countless nights working with Arciella for the betterment of us all. The ramblings of a madman never cease to, do they? Yet do not think me wholly without heart. I take full responsibility for the chaos within the Order. I had hoped to seek his counsel, but my tongue always gets the better of me. We did exactly as Arciella wanted, and look where that has gotten us. My father continues to make that assertion, so any struggle of words between you was inevitable. His stubbornness is beyond parallel, especially when presented with evidence to the contrary. And you? Your blithe naivete is rather comparable as well. And you, your invective language. Marcellerin and I grew up together. Nothing in life is ever easy, least of all our relationship. My mother failed a purgation ritual, losing all that she held dear, and thus Hildebert took me in. But the distance between us has always been great. Only Marcellerin treated me as true family. He remained by my side through thick and thin, especially when the tragedy of my mother's passing grew too much to bear. What would that say about me were I to stand idle, while a similar fate threatens to ravage him? But the blind fool fails to recognize that the possibility is staring him down. Should the worst strike him unawares, I fear it would crush him beyond repair. If anyone can predict his reaction, it is me. The boy is blissfully half-witted. Come, now. Would someone sensitive be able to withstand my acid tongue for this many years? I suppose not. Bah. What am I thinking, gushing with emotion to the likes of you? The only one in this city who pays you a lick of attention is Arciella. But you are not the only one who supports her. I, too, must do my part to unite the city under her banner. I am due for a meeting with Gratzig at the Peacekeepers Coalition before sundown. I would be surprisingly unopposed to you joining me there, should you feel it would serve the princess's best interest. Alright, so I believe we've triggered another quest. Because I don't think that this whole cutscene was what we were expecting from our library quest. Let me just check to see if that started. I think that was the quest, No Mercy for the Wicked. So there it is, yeah. So we'll do that one after. First I want to finish up the library one. So hopefully if we talk to Rigobertine again, we'll get the message we want. Yeah, the library now has pioneers doing its work for them. How unbecoming. Let me take a look at your documents. Yes, this is Hildebert's manor, but Vortimir is the one currently residing here. Let me add this to your materials. Alright, so there we are, a little update. Okay, so we'll be back. Well, the next place to go for that Rigobertine one, I think, they mentioned was in the Scouts Coalition, I think. Oh, no, the Peacekeepers. Yeah, so we'll head there after we finish this library one. Okay, so the next person we want to look for is Chumley Mojumil, or something like that. Chumhill. Alright, here he is here, standing outside this door. Whoops. You've brought me a survey about the 12 orders? I thought pioneers were supposed to be colonizing the land, not running menial tasks in Adoulin. Everything about Wolteris is correct-a-roo. I suppose that's all you need. Alright, so now we want to find Plo Trishbank. That's the person right by the front, I think. The castle gates. Yeah, Plo. The master is far too preoccupied to see an outsider like... What's this? The library? Maybe I can be of assistance. Those slobs need to update their records better. So much of this is out of date. There, now everything is as it should be. Alright, and the last person here in Eastern Adoulin is Oingo Zoingo. Alright, so he's in front of this door. You came to visit us on behalf of the library? Wonderful organization, no doubt. Perfectaroo information about the Order of Gorny. I have nothing to correct. Remember, we're always interested in new business leads. Feel free to come back if you find anything to note. Alright, so now we'll head to Western Adoulin and get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. There was more in Eastern Adoulin, I guess. Alright, so right around the corner from the Inventors Coalition, we're looking for Turwalk. Here he is, a Gulka. This is Amchuchu's residence. The library sent you? Give me a look at what you want. There's a bit more to add about the Order of Orvale. Here, tell them to use this instead. Alright, thank you. Next person we want to look for is Marjarel. Alright, here she is. Don't think I've ever talked to her before. Marjarel hanging right outside the Mog house. How is the Mummers Coalition treating you? What? You are here on behalf of the library? Let me see. No, I do not see anything wrong here. Let them know everything is accurate and up to date. Alright, so, next. Oka Quantari. Here we go. Oka Kantari, right by the Pioneers. Welcome. You're here on behalf of the library, yes? Their records of our order appear to be complete. Thank you for coming to check. Alright, next. 2 more. Alright, so he's right over here. I almost walked right past him and made a big mistake. But here we are. Maston, tucked away here. Yes, this is the manse of Reginald, Maester of the Couriers Coalition. Your information on the Order of Schneidic is accurate, at least to the best of my knowledge. Thank you for confirming. Once you're done with that task, stop by the Coalition and lend them a hand, okay? We'll see. Maybe. Alright, one more. It's Greven at I-8. Maybe I can just walk there from here. Let's just see. Greven. Should be close. Of course, Svenja's place. I should have known that one. We've even talked to this guy before. Yeah, Greven. Now he has something else to say. Mistress Svenja is unavailable at the moment, but you say you're here to do some research for the library. No, I see no problem with your records on the Order of Janiston. Carry on. Alright, so that's every order, I guess. So let's head back to the library and talk to Reja Igridi. We're back at the library. We've talked to the 12 people. As soon as she pops into existence, we'll talk to Reja. I guess you did a good enough job. I don't appreciate your tone, though. Of course there were mistakes. That's because the documents I gave you are years old. It was all a test, and despite your mouse-sized brain, you were able to surpass my expectations. See, we don't just shuffle books around here, we also gather intelligence. Whether the intelligence you extract is worthy of binding and displaying on these shelves is none of your concern. Just collect as much of it as you can and gain as much experience as possible. Now that I can trust you to some extent, I'd rather not have you die. However, certain types of knowledge are more important than the life of one replaceable pioneer. Moreover, it's the information you risk your life for that's always the most crucial. Don't worry, I'm not so reprobate that I won't compensate you for your hard work. While we're at it, I suppose we can grant you access to the shelves of intelligence we've already amassed. Just don't hack up any hairballs on them. Got it? Alright, so there we are. We got... Gave up the dossier and we got some limit points and some bailed. And we're now able to look at more books here in the library. Alright, so this, at this point at this quest, No Mercy for the Wicked, we've already had 2 previous cutscenes, which we already triggered earlier by accident. The first one was when we first talked to Rigobertine in Eastern Adoulin. She was a person we needed to talk to for another quest, just as an NPC. But then this quest overruled that, and so I got that cutscene instead. So we have to look for that one. I don't remember what the quest was. I think it was something to do with the library. And then the second cutscene was when I walked towards a certain area of northern Eastern Adoulin. It triggered a cutscene. Yeah, I think it was Oscairn. We got near him, and it triggered a cutscene with Gratzing at Ingrid. So, this is the next part of that. Alright, so here we are in the Yorsha Weld. We got dropped off here at Frontier Bivouac number 1. So, let's take a look at our map. We want to go to I-8. Ah, boy, this place. Ah, God. I-8. South, huh? Alright. Alright, so here's the room with the numbing blossom. In this area here. So we're looking for an Ergon locus here. Oh. No. Where are you? I know it's here. I don't remember it being this difficult to find. Let's see here. Maybe it's... I'm looking for a little glowing thing on the ground, but maybe it doesn't appear like that. Let's just see. There's a question mark spot. There. That's strange. Oh, okay. Why does it have Ergon Locus and question mark? That looks kind of weird, huh? Okay, yeah, it's an invisible spot. That was kind of strange, but anyway, we found it. So you have deigned to grace me with your presence, but there appears to be nothing out of the ordinary. You undoubtedly have your hands full babysitting our Ciela. I will remain here to make sure the area is safe. Hey, that was it? That can't be right. Hold on a second. It's the same thing, huh? Okay. Well, anyway, online it says that you get a cutscene with Ingrid and Morimar, but I didn't see Morimar there for whatever reason. But anyway, that's, I guess that's all we have to do here. Let's just head back to Eastern Adoulin then. Alright, so here back in Eastern Adoulin, it was just up here where we triggered that last cutscene. I believe if we go up here, it'll happen again. We have to approach Oscairn here. No? Now I'm worried that we didn't get the right cutscene then. Why would that be? Darn it. Ah, gosh, that sucks. Okay, let's just see here. Has been cited in this. Well, that's strange. No, we obviously did something wrong. There's an Ergon locust nearby, so perhaps it's someone trying to harvest its power. It's pure speculation, of course, but the populace is bound. I'm really confused. Ah, darn it. Darn it. Wow, I'm flabbergasted. Ugh. I don't know what to do. I guess I'm gonna have to go back to Yorsha Weld and maybe look. Maybe there was a different Ergon locus. How stupid could that be, huh? Can you believe it? Come on. How can this be? I'm really shocked. Okay, I'll go back. I don't know what else to do. Wow. Yeah, we can talk to Vastrin here, who kind of hangs out in Eastern Adoulin. I don't know if we've ever talked to him. I don't think so, because if we talk to him, we can get another quest. Hey, aren't you one of those pioneers from Juno? How's Adoulin treating you? There's so much to do here in Eastern Adoulin. I bet you don't know where to start. Hey, that gives me an idea. Why don't you go and make the rounds for me? That way you get to see the sights, and I get to stay here. I've got a list of where you need to go. Wait, where'd I put... Aha, there it is. Here you go. Just follow this route and check for anything out of the ordinary. We're the perfect duo, you and me. Just think of how much the citizens appreciate your help. Alright, so we obtained the key item, Eastern Adoulin Patrol Route. So there's the list. There's where we're going to be going. Yeah. So we're right next to the Peacekeepers Coalition, so we'll do that first. Oh, so we want to talk to Fostage here, who guards the outside of the Peacekeepers. Not another pioneer come to bother me. You're making the rounds? Don't tell me that lazy good-for-nothing pawned his job off on you. Ah, you made your own bed, now lie in it. For what it's worth, nothing out of the ordinary here. Don't go making any trouble for us, or we'll have to turn our swords on you. Alright, so, next, we're gonna head towards the wharf, where the yachts are. Right? Sure. Never seen any boats coming in or out of here, but we're looking for Lamaron. Hey, whippersnapper. You preparing for your trip to the Yas hunting grounds? Not today. I can barely hear you. Oh-ho, so you're checking things out here in Eastern Adoulin. Everything here's ship-shape. Ho-ho-ho. Let me know if you ever want to head to Yas. Did that count? I guess so. Yeah, I guess that counted. Okay, so next, we'll head towards the statue. Alright, so here at the statue, what are we looking for here? We're looking for... I'll know it when I see it. This. Irate Destrier. Aha. Right, it's a Gulka. That explains the name. I was confused. Did something happen? What brings you here? Making the rounds? That idiot must have sent you then. As you can see, everything here is the picture of peace itself. When you've got someone as competent as me, there's no way anything can go wrong. This is where people in Eastern Adoulin come to relax. If it's not safe here, it's not safe anywhere. The citizenry offers prayers to Altana and enjoys cups of tea while gazing over the plaza. It's quite a lovely area. On clear mornings, you can see the newborn sun rising over Castle Adoulin. Sometimes residents wake up early just to witness the spectacle. Forgive my ramblings. You have a mission to complete, don't you? I certainly do. So, next, we want to talk to... Let's see here. Well, I don't see it on the map, but it's at I-7. Okay, so that's... Okay, that's that part on the ramp. I guess that area is called the Spheroid Hillock. I just don't remember it being called that. Oh, yeah, there it is right there. It even has the name. Okay. I should have known where to go, though, anyway, just by the name. We're looking for Neely Uvalep, who we've talked to many times in earlier quests already. I suppose you have business with Iki Eskimo, Minister of Education. Making the rounds tooth and claw, are you? There's been no suspicious activity in this part of town. The minister? I'm afraid she's not in at the moment. One of the other ministers has their paws on her. Eastern Adoulin is always busy with the ministers coming and going from their residences. You'd be hard-pressed to catch one of them in their homes. Guarding a minister's mansion may not be very glorious, but we take pride in it nonetheless. Alright, so next. Plo, in front of the castle. Looks like it's a misty day here. A misty morning. Before you lies Castle Adoulin. Those not here on official business must... oh, you're here making the rounds. The castle is completely secure. Thanks in no small part to us guards. Let the peacekeepers know that nothing is amiss here. Alright, now we want to go find Cunegonde. Where's that? That's it. All the way down here. The residence area. Alright, here we are. Cunegonde guards the Mog houses. Up ahead, you can find the docks that lead pioneers like yourself to the residential areas on the outlying islands. Wow, is that how it works? Oh, you are here on patrol. Thank you for checking in. I have nothing out of the ordinary to report. Our vessels are running on time, and there have been no maritime accidents of late. The boat leading to the residential area is just beyond the arch and down the stairs. I had no idea our Mog houses were on other islands. Alright, the last person we want to talk to is Nada Tolojin, outside of the Scouts Coalition. You are just outside the Scouts Coalition, not inside of it. Hello and welcome to the Scouts Coalition, where we provide you with the latest information. Aho, patrols! Everything is in tip-top condition here. Our surveys of Eragon Loki and inspection of rare goods from Albuca are experiencing nothing but smooth sailing. The Selenia Wexworth Memorial Library, under the purvey of our coalition, is also running without a hitch. Taking some time to snuggle up with a good book is a great way to spend the evening, don't you think? Sometimes, yeah. Alright, so now that we've talked to those people, we'll just talk to Vastron here. And let him know we finished doing the rounds. Alright. Hey, pal. How was it? Eastern Adoulin sure has a lot to offer, don't you think? Much of the nobility lives in this area. So many movers and shakers that sometimes I just stop in awe of the injustice. In part because of this, patrols here are a lot more tiring than in Western Adoulin. But the west directly borders the jungle, so I think it's high time they stop paying so much attention to those bailed bursers and tighten things up over there instead. Don't you think? On my days off, I sometimes go around and make sure things are okay, sometimes with the young lads who live in the area. To be frank, while you were going around here in the east, I went down to the west to, check things out. Seeing all those kids working hard for Adoulin makes me realize that I can't slack off either. Alright, so there we are. We got a little bit limit points and bailed. Okay, so we're heading back to the Arboretum and we want to talk to Chalvava. I feel like we've talked to her before. Yeah, we have. She's been part of she's been part of quests before. But let's just see what happens when we talk to her now. Excuse me, sir. You are a pioneer, correct? Can I bother you for a few moments? A few minutes is fine. Thank you for your consideration. Those of us who work here are cultivating all manner of plants, but recently we ran out of bottles of fertilizer X. Unfortunately, our charges will not grow here without them. The Inventors Coalition, however, manufactures bottles of fertilizer X in bulk. If you have a chance to visit their headquarters, would you mind picking some up for me? Thank you for taking time out of your busy day. Alright, well, sure, that's no problem at all. So let's do exactly what she just asked and head toward the Inventors Coalition. Alright, so here at the Inventors Coalition, we want to talk to Shipalolo. Darn it. Where are you? Oh. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I like your hair. Why, hello there. Here to see the loveliest lady of the Inventors Coalition? No, the Civic Arboretum sent you. Aha! You must be after some bottles of Fertilizer X then. I'm stuck at my post thanks to Amchuchu, so since you're here, mind delivering this for me? It's my own special creation. But with vegetables growing using bottles of Fertilizer X, really be safe to use? I mean, aren't the ones grown by Mother Nature herself the tastiest of all? Oh, I'm not attacking the Civic Arboretum. Please don't take it that way. If it weren't for them, people in the slums might have to go hungry. I can vouch for the quality of these bottles of Fertilizer X. I would never give them anything that didn't have my seal of approval. Okay, so we got the bottle of Fertilizer X, and that's it. We just got to take that right back to Chalvava. Easy. Alright, so it didn't take too long to get back, so here we are. What do you have to say? You have brought a bottle of Fertilizer X for me. Words are not enough to express my gratitude. Yes, I am aware that in ideal circumstances we would be using proper farmland to grow our bounty, not underground here and relying on bottles of Fertilizer X. But there's no land beyond Jorius yet for those who wield spades instead of swords or spells. This is the only way we can try to meet the increased demand from the recent population explosion. If the pioneering efforts are successful, we will likely no longer have to use such unnatural methods. Until that day comes, we will continue to strive to provide Adoulin with the foodstuffs the populace needs to feed itself. Back to your reward, however. I hope that this will suffice. Alright, so there we are. A little more limit points, a little more bailed. And that's all we have to do here at the Rala Waterways for now. Alright, so back here at Eastern Adoulin, we want to look for someone named Sharuru. Right there. Oh, I'm pretty sure we've talked to her before. We might have even done a quest for her. I think she... Yeah, right. This is the one that hangs out by the waypoint here. Mr. Pioneer, sir, I need your helpy whelp. Meg is sick. Bet I have to sit here like some window dressing and assist Taru, all you pioneers, so I can't go check up on her. It pains me to ask for your aid, but could you use this waypoint scanner kit and take a looky-look at her for me? I'm so worried about them all, even Emily, Pinono, and Josephine in Western Adoulin. Waypointeroos are such gentle beasts, not always demanding directions and being cavalier in pursuit of ever-increasing riches, unlike a certain adventuroo I could name. Use this waypoint scanner kit to scrutinize them for me. You owe me that much. Oh, and don't go about calling her by her first-aroo name. I am the only one allowed to do that. She's the one in front-aroo of the auction house in Western Adoulin. Okay. So we got this waypoint scanner kit, and what we need to do is go to Western Adoulin and examine every single waypoint. Now, we can't just warp to them, we actually have to examine them. So let's just see how this works. We'll just do them in order, one at a time. Alright, so here's the first one. So now that we're here, so we'll check it. You adjusted the waypoint with your waypoint scanner. Okay, so let's go to the next one, and that's it. We're just going to go through all of these and just do that. Okay, so there you go. Some of them need to be adjusted and some don't, but you need to check all of them. You still need to check all of them. Alright, that one was fine. That one was fine as well. Now that one needed to be changed, so that's good. As did that one. I think we already did that one, yeah. Alright, I think this is the last one. Yeah, so I think we're done now. I hope. So let's just head back and see if we did that properly. Wow, you actually did it. First adventurer in a while who's worth his saltaroo. Guess that means I gotta give you something, one thing, doesn't it? Here, just don't tell anyone I gave it to you, or they'll all come running to assistaroo me and bleed me dry. Alright, there we go. Whoa, we got a whole bunch of things there. We got limit points, bailed. Your artifact has been charged with 3,000 kinetic units. Wow. Your current stock of kinetic... Wow, that's awesome. Wow, we got a whole bunch of kinetic units. Now we can warp all over the place. Which we were doing anyway. Yeah, by the way, that's one thing I never showed, but if you ever wanted to actually... If you needed more kinetic units for these things for warping, if you ran out for whatever reason, you can charge them by just trading crystals to them. I figured that one out. I didn't need to do it. I just kind of like... stumbled upon that one online. Someone said it and I decided to try it and it worked. Okay, anyway, who's next? There's one more quest I want to do. It's Sharuru again. I guess we have another quest to do with her. Let's talk to her again. What a pickle wickle. What a pickle wickle. What a pickle wickle. You, yes, Oko, you. I feel the bile while rising in my throataroo at the thought of this. But I need your help. Remember those waypointaroos you helped me with before? Well, they're fine, but now it's the ones outside the city that are giving me trouble wobble. My precious little ones, always doing what's rightaroo for the populace, unlike some people. I need you to look after the ones in Juneau and the Frontier Wantier stations. And how dare you patronize me for caring about my babies? They've helped more people than you have, and that's a factoroo. Alright, so we need to go to all of the Frontier waypoints. Only the Frontier stations, from what I understand. And Juneau. So this one is just as easy, it seems, but it just won't be quite as quick, because the problem is, for whatever reason, we can't use these waypoints to connect the different areas, only with Adoulin. Anyway, let's just click this. There we are, we adjusted that one. So now I have to go back to Adoulin, because that's the only place I can go, other than other areas in this zone. So kind of dumb, but whatever. It's not going to take that much longer. So there's Sizik Battlegrounds. Next we'll do Yas Hunting Grounds. Alright, that one's adjusted. Forêt de Hanatiel. Moramar Basalt Fields. Yorshaweld. That was Khmer Drifts, by the way. Yeah, and that was like the last zone other than Juno. Okay, we can see it's glowing blue. Wait, there we are. Click on this. You are unable to satisfactorily adjust the waypoint. Aha! Alright. Well, I don't know if we can use that to get back. Let's just see. I doubt it. Oh, we can. Okay. Don't mind if I do. Whoops, that's not what I want. Darn it! No, I want her. Yes, Sharuru. Poor little chappie, floating out there all alone in a foreign land. The energies in the Middle Lands are weaker than those here, though someone lacking in astuteruness like yourself probably can't tell. That makes it hard to fix them. A sweet proto-woto are designed specifically for your backwards homeland, so they should be fine at least. But Chappie is super special. She needs to connect you people with Adoulin, and so requires some unique equipment-taroo. Thus, the Inventors Coalition came up with a new adjustment-taroo for our always reliable waypoint scanner kits. Thus, I need you to go back and check up on Chappie. I would apologize for the trouble, but there's no need to concern Ewern myself with such details. Okay. Let's go to Western Adoulin and check out the Inventors Coalition. And we'll talk to Shipololo again. This time I won't walk past her. I think she was the one that guarded the outside of here, was she not? Yes, she was. Why, hello there. Here to see the loveliest lady of the Inventors Coalition? No? Sharuru, that hussy? Oh, she sent you here, I see. Then you must be interested in the waypoint scanner kit. One moment. A little tweak here, a couple adjustments there. Yes, this will do nicely. That's it? Nope. There you go, waypoint recalibration kit. This should help you fix those waypoints right up. Alright, so we lost the waypoint scanner kit, but got the waypoint recalibration kit. So now we can go to Juno and fix that one. Alright, here we go. So here we are back at Lower Juno. Hit this. There we are. You adjusted the waypoint with our recalibration kit. Alright, let's get in a better position here. Okay. Here we go. This should end the quest. I'm suffering Hitaru stroke waiting here for you. What took so long? I should be thankful that you did what you were asked, but I'm not. At least Chappie should be fine for the time being. What's this? You want a reward for your effort or ruse? Fine. Just don't expect to rue anything else if I need you again. And I don't think she will need us again. That's probably the last time we're going to be talking to her. So there we go. We've got limit points, bailed. We lost the recalibration kit, but we don't need it anymore. And she gave us a whole bunch more of the kinetic units. There we go. We got lots. That should be enough to be able to move around the city all we want for a long, long, long time. That also completes that series of quests.